Bullets flying inside a small Texas church.
We all in here know what happened today, and it's something we all say does not happen in small communities. Well, we found out today it does.
A gunman targeting a house of worship packed with people.
It's another census act by a cowardly bastard is all I can tell you. You know, there's no reason for it, but that's the world we live in today.
The death toll at 26 and dozens more injured in a mass shooting at a church service in Sutherland Springs.
So Lee says that when she heard the first gunshots, she ducked and she crawled under a church pew trying to hide from the gunman. She could smell the gunpowder and she could see the carpet in front of her splintering.
People are whispering, he's in here, everybody's crying, and you know, he's in, and I could see, I looked like that, I could see him, you know, but I could see him, I was hiding under the benches, and I could see him, his feet walking back and forth through the aisles. I didn't want to get shot.
The suspect is Devin Kelly, seen here on a public Facebook account next to an image of a gun posted last week. DPS says the suspect
was dressed in all black tactical type gear and was wearing a ballistic vest.
That shooter emptied 15 magazines, each one with the capacity to hold 30 bullets. That means if all of those magazines were full, he could have pulled the trigger 450 times. DPS believes there was a lot more to it than just family conflict.
There are many ways that he could have taken care of the mother-in-law without coming with 15 loaded magazines and an assault rifle to a church. I think he came here with a purpose and a mission.
And every time I heard a shot, I knew that probably represented a life.
Stephen Williford, a former NRA instructor, was at home Sunday morning. He says his daughter came into his bedroom and said she heard gunshots at the First Baptist Church. Williford exchanged gunfire with the shooter. When the gunman got into his car and took off, Williford flagged down another driver. They chased him and called 911. And new tonight, the son of a woman who was in that church says Williford showing up at that exact moment saved his mother's life.
Started shooting the lady next to her multiple times, and then she was pretty certain she was next and her life was about to end. Then somebody with the gun showed up at the front of the church, caught the shooter's attention, and he left.
The shooter ended up taking his own life about 10 miles from the church after 2 civilians chased him.
Kelly previously was a United States Air Force member. He served from 2010 to 2014 when he was discharged for bad conduct. The Air Force tells us that he was court-martialed for 2 counts of assault on his spouse and on their child.
His 2014 conviction for domestic violence should have disqualified him from being able to buy a weapon. But the Air Force admitted today no one entered his past military conviction into the national database as required.
We have the freedom to choose, and rather than choose darkness as the one young man did that day, I say we choose life.
The preacher whose own child was one of the 26 killed, delivering a message of hope.
I know everyone who gave their life that day, some of which were my best friends. One, my daughter.
Volunteers helped restore the church sanctuary after last Sunday's mass shooting here. 26 empty chairs have been placed for all the lives lost inside. The chairs, I'm told, are where each person was found on that day.